Good morning. My name is Dean Jones. I'm out here at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today I've got a really nice new Newmar New Aire. It's a 3547. It's a 2026 model. I ordered it for a couple down south. Things changed, so now it's available for the next person. Very nice coach. It's Newmar's top-notch 35-footer. It was designed people coming out of King Airs and Essexes to go downsize. It's got all the bells and whistles, so we better just get started. We'll start over here. We do have blind spot monitoring. We do have a flagpole. One thing that I was going to tell you, this is a custom color. We took a color palette from another year and put it on this stripe, so you'll not see another one this color. So it's got custom colors, but beautiful, nice whites, maroons, this really nice pewter color, blacks. It really looks good going down the road. The guy who ordered it made really good choices, absolutely beautiful choices. So we do have keyless entry with the doorbell. Beautiful Alcoa rims. He didn't opt for onyx. He wanted it chrome. So they also got the chrome trim all the way down the side, and the chrome baggage handles. You'll notice up top we do have the Girard awnings with the full window awning package. I have the lights on so you can kind of see them. Great big windows in the New Aire on both sides. I'll show you the other side. But we also have the Dometic freezer. We opted for it. 12 volt, 110, little extra refrigerator space. It's on this really nice tray that comes all the way out past the slides. So great feature there. We also opted for trays throughout, but we got the manual ones. They do slide so nice and easy. Also have the exterior TV. Samsung with the Bose soundbar. You can actually Bluetooth into this, play music, or maybe play the football game when you're out there tailgating. You might also catch there's a little camera over this window. That's the 360 camera. So 4 cameras around the coach. It's going to stitch together, and it's always going to let you know what's going around your coach. So those tight campgrounds or those tight fuel stations, you're just not going to bump into stuff because you're going to see all the way around. It's almost like you have a drone flying over your coach at all times. We also have, New Aires do have kind of a suicide door here. Lets you get to both trays here that we ordered for this guy. Real easy loading and unloading. Here's our electric panel. A little deeper on a New Aire, so you can actually store some stuff there if you'd like. That's going to be all your relays and some fuses and that sort of thing. There's a little storage right here for us. Then we have our cranking batteries. That's for our 8.9 Cummins. We have our filters. We also have a shutoff right here. This is for the chassis shutoff. There's another shutoff right there. There's a couple shutoffs to keep those batteries from draining. Back here in the back, 10,000 pound hitch. We do have our air line already in there for our tow setup if you want to get an Air Force One on your tow car. We also have a 7-way. You see the back cap is just beautiful. Great look at the colors, the nice spoiler up there. Again, we have a 450 horse, 1250 pound-feet of torque on this 8.9 Cummins. It is a side radiator, so you can actually get to it if you want to check the health of your belts, maybe your oil, or Allison transmission fluid. You even have a little air filter check there. Coolant. Just a real easy coach to maintain because you don't have that big radiator there like you will on the 35-foot Ventanas and what have you. So coming around the side, there's that nice side radiator we just talked about. There's our def tank. We do have docking lights. Again, nice, beautiful Alcoa rims that are going to really pop going down the road. And that really nice chrome trim on the bottom. This is the wet bay. A lot going on here. We do have SantaCon. That's going to pump waste uphill if you need to. Once you go SantaCon, you'll always use, it's just the best way to go. But you can also gravity dump it too. You've got your valves here. Gravity dump right there. We've got a hose on a reel there to fill water. We also have a nice water filtration on here. Keep your water healthy. Gray and black tank rinse. Really nice there. Water tap, low point drains, and we also have a nice stainless steel shower. But also we have a nice little panel here so we can check our tank levels. We can start stuff. Really neat stuff here. We can start the generator if we need to. Get in here, do some lights. Just a really nice, great little wet bay. Everything's on stainless steel here, so you'll real comprehensive. You'll know exactly what you're needing and what you're doing on there. Here we get into our central vac, our 50 amp cord, and our Oasis. Now the Oasis is going to provide hot water and heat for the coach. It's got 1 diesel burner, 2 electric burners. If you're familiar with AquaHot, this is kind of like that on steroids. Great system, parts are really available. Once you go Oasis, you'll never go back to propane furnaces and stuff like that. So great setup there. Here's the back side of that double door, and it's got a little tray here. And you can see we got our attachments for our vacuum. Comes so nice far out here. Some of the choices we made on this coach were a lot of lithium, a lot of solar. So full-blown lithium, extra lithium ion battery, 2 big Victron inverters. We got 4 Merlin solar panels up top. This thing's ready to boondock. It's just, we didn't cut any corners in building this coach as far as the electronics go. We have a nice little place here for maybe gloves and a little sewer hose. And here's our fill. Some more docking lights, nice big bright LEDs. And you'll see we do have another awning out here to keep the sun out of that big window if you need to. Over here we have our electronics for our chassis. And a little access latch for this guy here. I don't know if you can get in here, but 8,000 watt quiet diesel generator. It's running. We have our filter for our Oasis. We do have hot water. And we have a nice little air chuck here if we want to air up stuff. Over to the right, you'll see our windshield wiper fluid. I love the way this front end looks. They did a great job. That nice maroon just really looks nice coming down the road. And you'll notice that this is a little bit smaller than most diesel pushers. We got a overall height of 12 foot 3 inches and a width of 8 feet. So it's got a smaller profile, and it's also only 35 foot 10 inches long. So nice chrome mirrors, just a beautiful aesthetic. As you come in, you got your 2 chrome steps coming up. Nice little screen door to keep the bugs out. This comes down to get a screen for the top. So, and coming in, you'll see you have a little storage here on the first step, and a deeper one right there. Nice handle coming in. I've got it closed. A lot of, let me take this coat off. It's warm in here. We opted for a Summit white high gloss cabinet, and there's a lot of it in here. I like that it's real bright in here because it's a smaller coach, so The darker colors make them seem a little cavier. Now, we do get a little close here with the theater seats and the Euro booth, but you get through there, you got plenty of room in the kitchen, plenty of room to get your to your refrigerator. We've even got a nice little mid bath here. We'll get into all that, but let me open this up. So the inside here, the interior package is Tuscany, or Toscana, I'm sorry. Summit maple, hardwood high gloss, and that's it. It's real simple, real nice, solid surface countertops. Really good choices in here. Love the backsplash. This is a bath and a half floor plan. These are hydraulic slides, so again, when I say that this is all you can put in a 35 footer, this is what this is. This has got a big motor for its size. It's got big screens, good horsepower, great torque. Yeah, if you're coming out of an Essex or a King Air or a London Air, this is going to be a great fit. And you see opposing slides open up real nice. There's not a whole lot of places to sleep other than the bedroom, so this is more of a couples type of situation. Although you could put a air mattress there if you had to. But let's go in the back and we'll start working our way forward. Talk about some of the choices we made in ordering this guy. This is the full bath in the back, and you'll see we did a splendid washer and dryer in there. Do have an opening window here if we want to get some air. That does open the screen there. We have a little bit of medicine cabinet there. We have a Dometic porcelain macerating toilet there. Let's see here. Nice sink here, undermount. Real nice kind of modern horizontal drain there. We have stainless steel faucets. Nice deep medicine cabinet with the 110 right there. Love those mirror lights. And real glass tile backsplash. Good look at this. It's not super shiny. It is the high gloss, and it's just kind of nice. It's not overbearing. Really like the way these cabinets look on the beveled end with that high gloss. It looks good matte too, but this one just really pops. These little grills here, this is part of that Oasis system. You got a bunch of heating registers kind of hidden in plain sight everywhere. Keep that heat in here, and it's real quiet. You also have floor heat throughout the whole coach. Over here we have our safe, our wardrobe, a couple extra chairs for our Euro booth. You'll notice the bathroom is vaulted, so you have this nice big bowed ceiling in here, give you a little bit more headroom, a little bigger feel, which translates nicely as you step down in the shower. I'm 6'1", I got plenty of headroom, plenty of space underneath this waterfall shower head with our wand. We also have a water miser. When you're using your tank water, you can cycle it through the Oasis until it gets to temperature. Once it gets to the temperature you wanted, you can turn this valve and you're starting to shower, so you're not wasting fresh water, you're not wasting great tank storage. Also, you have your shampoo and conditioners and stuff here. Seems like a small thing, but it's nice because you don't have shampoo bottles and body wash flying around in here when you're driving. We also have a nice little robe or towel hook and a beautiful little door here with a nice little mirror. A lot going on in this little bathroom. For a 35 footer, this sure packs a punch. Now where you're gonna give up a little bit is you got a queen bed. So you don't get the king bed in this bath and a half, but if you don't mind sleeping closer to your partner there, no problem. Under here we have, it is an air mattress, it is a sleep number. We do have leaves for our Euro booth to extend that with those chairs you saw in the back. Makes it, you know, a 6-top. You could definitely entertain in this coach. And you'll notice over here, we could probably look at that one over there. Let's look at this one since it's kind of small. Got a little area here where we can plug in our electronics, run them through this little hole and put them right here. Nice little design on that. Do have windows. These windows don't open, but they're plenty big. Offers a lot of light. Nice little padded headboard. And in Newmar fashion, we do have 110, and we do have plumbing ports if you want to put a little CPAP machine or something up here. Nice little wall sconces, add a little light. And if you notice up under here, we have one of our control units there. Electronic pads so we can turn lights on and off. And you come over here, you got this really big smart Samsung TV. That's where you're gonna put your receivers, your Roku sticks, that sort of thing. We do have a 2-step solid surface dresser here. Nice deep drawers in here. And they are soft close. They're also dovetail drawers. You can see them right here, right there. Great construction, real thick hardwood drawers. Those are going to last you a long time. Real deep there. This is just where the AC comes out of. One thing to know about Newmar's is they kind of have an attic, so there's a lot of insulation there. You don't have a compressor sitting 2 inches from your ceiling, and a nice little, those little white AC panels that you can hear the compressors. All you really hear in a Newmar is the airflow, because the compressor is about 8 inches up off the inlet there. Nice door here to get privacy. Nice little accent with the leather color, and then you can see that white high gloss. As we come into the galley area, go ahead and take a peek at this mid-bath. We do have our egress door from Newmar. We can actually walk out if we have an emergency and we need to get out of the middle of the coach. We're not jumping out a window. Then we have our mid-bath, which here we have some breakers and some fuses for our electronics. Really easy to find, not under a bed. You can actually see what you're doing. And you have a nice little medicine cabinet here. And there is a 110 in that medicine cabinet. Matching backsplash to the master bath. Same toilet. You got a little bit of storage there. And a little bit of storage there. And again, another one of these little registers is going to pump heat for you. We have fantastic fans in both bathrooms and the kitchen. And then coming over here, we have a pantry. Great place to put your baking sheets if you want to bake anything. Got those dovetail drawers. These are adjustable, so if you want different heights, you can do so. We can do that for you here. And then, of course, we have, it is a propane-less, it's all electric, so we don't have any propane here. So this is going to be an induction cooktop, and it is portable. You can put it outside if you want to cook something out there underneath your awnings. Got a beautiful window to see your campsite here as you're cooking. And a nice Samsung convection, big cube microwave there. Nice utensil drawers. We do have our awning remotes, all our TV remotes. This is going to be for the bed. You got 2 sides. You can go stiff or firm or soft, whatever you want to do there. And then you've got the nice drawer dishwasher in here. Plenty of drawers in this little guy. Little scrubby action. And we've got some more storage down there. And then we have our little rubbish can there. This is just a door face. And then of course, above here, little drawer coming out there. And you also see this little box here. I'll show you what this is too. This is part of your Starlink system. So this is, we outfitted this with Starlink. That's satellite internet. Great stuff to have. You can stream all kinds of stuff. Backing up here, this is going to be our main panel. We have little panels throughout, but you have your home screen. It's going to do your tanks, your climate, some shades. I just went in here. What did I do? So these awnings, this is how I put these those awnings on the windows in and out. We have our climate. These are our interior shades. These are going to be the mechanical shades on the windows on the inside. Here's our 3 bathroom fans, or 2 bathroom fans and our kitchen fan. Here's our floor heat. You got middle, rear, and front. So 3 different zones on that. This is going to show how our inverters are working, how our batteries are doing, our solar, state of everything, the generator's running. Then again, there's where your awnings are, some lights, then your interior lighting system. You can do it all. You'll notice it's Bluetooth, so you can actually run this with your phone. Right here, that's the dustpan for that vacuum, and this is where we're going to put our attachments in. You want to clean out the coach. And then we get into our refrigerator. Nice, big, deep place to put pots and pans if you'd like. And a nice little Samsung refrigerator with the lock on it. You can lock that shut. And nothing will fly out of there as you're going down the road. You do notice an ice maker on that. So we come into the, we'll check out the booth first. This is part of our slides. So you notice these little things on top. That's actually insulation that goes through all these slides. So you don't lose any heat or air conditioning when your slides are open or closed. So great insulation there. Everything's carpeted. We do have our sound bar. This goes to a TV that's on this televator. I have it down to show you just how beautiful these windows are. Not only are they big, they wrap around the slides. I don't know if you can catch a look at that, but just really good visibility. Get that TV out of the way. A little more space up there. Over here we have our Euro booth that pops out with those little leaves that I had under the bed. You put those in, put your chairs here, and you've got just great seating for 6. I love that color of that countertop there. We do have places for maybe magazine, books, or games. Both sides. And it's a really nice leather. And that's also accented in these this trim on these slides. There's another good look at those wraparound slide windows. Very unique to the New Aire. I've got a little over storage up here. So giving it to you wherever they can. It's a little coach, like I said, but then we also have these beautiful theater seats. Love them. We do have power here, USBs here, nice deep storage. We got lights for our drink holders. And we got our, so if we wanted to, let's see here, maybe watch it. Here comes the televator. Great place to watch TV, maybe watch the football game or even the news as you're traveling. Coming up to the cab, if you will, we do have the extra wide seat. We also ordered it with the the co-pilot screen, and that's a pretty nice screen because we can actually get into some cameras, look at our different, there's our 360. We can also go to navigation. We can help our driver by plugging in addresses over here, and it's going to go straight to this one. So a little bit of help on both sides here. We do have a phone charger, nice little step cover button here. Make sure that you don't fall into that well. Nice to travel in. These seats do have recliners, so when you turn them around, you can make it part of the conversation pit and kick back, put your legs up. Over here we have a little storage up there. Here's that Starlink router. We've got, this is where we kind of run everything. We do have our Victron. This will tell us how our inverters are doing. If you know Victron, you know it's the best out there. We have our awnings. Let's go ahead and put those in over here. This is our antenna for our TV. This blue button is really nice because with everything going to lithium, previously we'd have to go out to the outside, open our door. There's little blue buttons on all the lithium batteries. We'd have to wake them up. So these are really smart batteries. They go to sleep when they're not being used. To wake them up, we have one button here. So we walk in the coach, hit that button, your lithium comes alive, and you're off and running. We have these are our hydraulic slide buttons for the two slides I opened. We have exterior LEDs, the step. Here's our Wi-Fi router. We've got a bunch of different drapes here, as you see. And we do have them right here too. We can get to them a couple different ways. But just a real easy to use little power center there. We got a little bit of storage here. And of course a little power there. Got some of our controllers. This is going to be our awning controllers and stuff, but we'll go into all that when we deliver them. Nice little screen there, window that opens, and that's about it for all that. One of the great things about being in a New Aire, you get this big screen. So as you get up in models, your screens get bigger, and this used to be 2 screens. They've made it 1. It's broken in 2 sides, but this is what I was talking about with my 360 on the outside. Love that feature. We have, there we go, turn that off. More visors here. See that one over the window. We have courtesy lights. We're going to turn on our air horn. That's the air horn. Interlock, we can lock that. From here, generator's running. These are the fans that we just had on. We have overhead fans too that kind of circulate the air up there. And then docking lights. Over here we can go to navigation. Again, you can actually run it from over there like I said. But, yep, great map, and it does know how big your coach is, so it shouldn't put you under any bridges that you shouldn't be under. And then we can also go to cams, and we can go different setups as we travel, what works for us, right, left. And of course, when you do your turn signals, let me turn on the coach. We can go right. I mean, it's a little distorted with those awnings and stuff out, but it is a Spartan chassis. Get this out of the way. Notice everything is digital. Love that. We do have on guard right there, which is going to be lane mitigation. We also have blind spot. Know if someone's coming in our blind spot, again with those cameras. Over here we have a nice little phone charger. Great place for your phone. We have our phone system here, our windshield wipers there, right at a touch. And we can get through our different screens right here. And of course we can run our radio and stuff here. But what I really like about this guy is you have comfort drive on a button here. Now comfort drive, that's gonna be your steering effort. So if I'm fighting wind, I feel it with my shoulders, feeling like I'm just a little bit more driver fatigue, I can lower the driving effort and let the coach take some of that that the steering, take some of that like crown highway or that wind, so it doesn't come through the steering wheel into my shoulders. It also makes it to where your wheels always want to be at 0%. So when you're backing this thing up, you'll always know if you're moving, your wheels are straight underneath you. You don't have to worry about where your wheels are as you're going into a spot. So love that too. Over here we have our lights, our high beams. We can actually jump the house batteries to the chassis batteries. Say we left our headlights on, we can always start the motor with our house batteries or lithium there. We've got dome lights, bright and dim on that. We do have an engine brake on this guy, single stage. We have traction control. We have a nice little window here. Uh-oh, this light, the red button's on. No, all that is just these are for your mirror heat. It's not an eject button. But we also have our mirrors left and right. This is our Allison transmission gearbox. We don't have a park, so you have to make sure you use this little yellow parking brake. And of course we have our HWH computerized leveling system. We can dump this coach. We can just auto level it with the touch. Now I just hit the dump, so it's going down. Really nice. But yeah, it's just one button push. Really nice. And when that manual dump's nice, because when you're at your spot, you can get your stairs a little closer to the ground, so it's a little easier to get in and out of it. Under here, I don't know if you can see this, but you do have a little bit more USB right there, a little storage right there. Of course, this does tilt with a little bit of a pedal here. Push button start. There's your HVAC, and you've got a couple little drawers here. That's a good look at the New Aire. My name is Dean Jones. We also have a couple pre-owned New Aires here on the lot, a couple 22. So if you like what you see, maybe you want something pre-owned or you want to maybe jump into something new, give me a call, 720-347-7063, or you can email me at dean.jones@transwest.com. Stay tuned. Todd Thornton's going to be doing an echo right after this, so double feature today, and happy holidays. We'll see you next Friday.